What's going on there, throttle lockers? Today we are going to go over to Guthrie to that swap meet that I was telling you about, and then we're going to come back later on today and celebrate my birthday. But no, I'm not sure if I want to take this or not. There we go. Yeah. So I'm still working out a little bit of details, but this is the white Harley I had talked about before in my videos, and I'm taking her out today for a little ride. But I might end up being able to buy this if I can make sure I got all my financials in order, but I'm pretty sure I do, to where I can afford this thing. And so let's get on the road and get going. Why don't we? All right, let's hit the road, see if we can go to this swap meet and find some parts for the project that I got. And now we will head out of here. So you're probably wondering why I'm on this Heritage. I did say in a video of mine a little while back about how I might get to test ride a white Harley. Well, this is the white Harley I was talking about, but there is a good possibility that I might be able to buy this from my cousin. He doesn't really want to sell it, but at the same time he needs some money, and he's already got another Heritage, so he doesn't really need two. So he's more of like, you know, if you want to buy it out from me, you can, but I've also got to go make sure that I can afford every little bit on this, make sure I can afford the payments for it. But today we're going to take her out and see what we can do. What the hell? There we go. Damn pump. All right, so I have here a 2000 Heritage, and we're gonna take it out on an actual long ride today. Well, not really long, but get it out on the highway, see how it runs, because I have yet to get it out there to try it out. I've piddled around town, but now it is time to see how it does on the highway. So we'll see how the CVO compares to some of the Evos I've ridden before. This will be the first time I actually get to ride a bike with a CVO. So let's hit the road and see how she does. And today we got my wife following me in the car with my mom and my kids, and we're gonna go and actually spend the day as a family on this swap meet. Now, if I do end up buying this bike, my wife is going to take over the V-Star, and we're going to be able to start riding together. I mean, we could ride together on this one, it's going to be nice, but we're going to be able to actually go on two separate bike rides, you know what I mean? Oh, man. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it is hot as hell. I am sweating my ass off right now, and I'm like, really? And it's supposed to be hot as hell today, like almost in the hundreds, if not even higher. Hopefully it cools down a little bit tonight so we could actually do the bonfire and it not be a big deal. Not be too hot for everybody not to enjoy it, so we'll have to see. But I'm ready for this wind, because oh my god, I don't know how much wind I'm going to get now with this fucking windshield on it, but hopefully I can get cooled down a little bit. But so far, I mean, I enjoy riding this. It's very smooth, it's very comfortable. I mean, riding the 97 Heritage that we have at the shop right now, which is my wife's grandfather's bike, the one I've talked about before on my videos. Having the Evo on it and all, it is definitely, you can feel the motor, you can feel the vibration of it. But going just 3 years newer with this one, with the CVO, man, the motor's a lot smoother. You don't feel the vibration near as bad. And I mean, this is pretty comfortable. I've got to say, I like this one a lot. I mean, of course, I'm going to have to change up some of the stuff to fit more of my riding style. Like these grips, the grips have to go. That's why I'm wearing gloves, because these little fucking grips they just hurt. They tear my hand up trying to ride. So I'm going to end up getting some new grips for it if I end up buying this, and do some little odds and end changing and stuff like that, just to make it more comfortable for me to be out riding on it, you know. That's something there I like about Harleys, man. They got the little throttle lock on it where you can just sit in and cruise. I absolutely enjoy that. Like, that is nice. Yeah, I definitely don't really care for the bars though, because I gotten used to my apes on my V-Star, that I'm probably gonna have to put some apes on this one. Maybe not very big apes, but kind of like how I got the ones on the V-Star, where they're a little bit closer and they sit up to where I can go from here to about right here, because this is comfortable for me right here. So I might end up switching that out and all, but I definitely am sitting up a lot higher than the V-Star. I mean, it sits up a lot higher. It's a little bit wider on the tank and the frame, so it's gonna take me a little bit to get used to it, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a hell of a purchase if I can get it. And if you have one of these models, tell me what you think about it. Like, what's your favorite thing about these bikes and why you would recommend people to have them, you know? And tell me the cons too. Like, let me know what you think they should fix on them and stuff like that, because I like to hear both sides of the stories. I'm not keen on just hearing one side, you know what I mean? I'm doing 70 right now and it does not even feel like it. Doing 70 on my bike, it's vibrating like a mother, and this one is just so smooth. It's just like, man. But no, the other day my cousin hit me up. He was like, hey man, can you take the Heritage over to the swap meet, put a for sale sign on it, see if we can get it sold and all. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's not a big deal. And then he was like, well, I kind of need you to go down there and work on it to get it up and running and everything so it can be ready to go. I was like, oh, okay, because it's been sitting since last riding season and it hadn't had a whole lot done to it. So I went down to the shop, started tinkering with it. I started out with putting a battery in it, because the battery that was in it was junk. So we took the battery out of the other Heritage, put it in this one, and I tried to start it up and it would start, but it was not idling right. So I was like, okay, maybe it's the plugs, it's not getting a good fire. So went and bought two sets of plugs for it, and I put a set in to really help with any of the old gas that was in this and kind of help burn it up. So after today, I'm going to put the other set of plugs in, because it should help clean out everything by now. But putting new plugs, it still was idling rough, that it wouldn't want to stay running. So I tore apart the carb and cleaned out the breather and cleaned out the carb and all, and it started to run a little bit better. But then I was like, okay, hold on, there's something that doesn't seem right. Well, the throttle tensioner screw that's on the carburetor had came a little bit loose. So I tightened that up a little bit. It's running a little rich. I need to loosen it down just a little bit, but I left it running rich so we can burn out some of this older gas. And so whenever I go to change out the plugs today, I'll be able to take out take the carb off again and tune it back down to where it actually has got that nice Harley lom. You know, I like that. But other than that, I mean, it wasn't much to get it up back and running, and she's running really good, so we'll just see how she does today. So far I'm comfortable as hell, and I'd already be like, oh man, being on the V-Star is like, but this is pretty fucking nice. So yep, today is my birthday, and I'm gonna try to make the best of it as I can. I turned 30. I'm wondering, is it too soon to start shopping for a tombstone when you turn 30? Is that too soon? Or do I need to go ahead and start picking out a plot? I don't know yet. Honestly, I didn't think I'd ever make it to C30, but now that I'm here, I'm just like, this is gonna suck. No, but I'm gonna try to make the best out of my birthday today and just do everything I can to have a hell of a time and celebrate it just right. Gonna have all my friends show up. Well, not all of them, but a good portion of my friends show up tonight to hang out with me, and also we're gonna try to make the best of it as we can today. So leave me a comment down below. Wish me a happy birthday if you'd like. If not, you can tell me to go fuck off. I don't care. But now we're just gonna kick back now. I kind of wish this thing had highway bars because I'd be up on them right now. Oh well. But we're just gonna kick back and relax, cruise on over to the swap meet, and see if we can't find any parts for the project bike. Why not? I gotta say, my cousin was right about this bike though. He's like, dude, it's a lot of fucking fun to ride, because he's gotten to really ride both this 97 Heritage and this 2000. So he's really got to see like the big differences between 3 years of the models. And he's like, dude, this one is way more fun to ride. It's got some zip to it to where you could actually take off and get out of a situation if you need to. And he is like, it's such a smoother ride. And I've got to agree, going from my V-Star to this, it is a lot smoother of a ride. It's a lot more comfortable. I've always loved Harleys. Like, it was that 97 Heritage is what got me into it. So it's kind of nice having a bike that I've like to say like, okay, this could be my bike that is a Heritage. That was the bike that got me into liking bikes, really. And I get to have one to sit here and say, okay, this is me getting to ride on it and have a good time. And so far I'm really enjoying this. This is comfortable. It is a gorgeous day though to be out riding, that I will say. Like, it may be hot and a little muggy and all, but it is a beautiful day to be out on a bike and enjoying this, because it was just like my last video. It's hot, but there's barely any wind. It's like nice and sunny out. Maybe if there was a few more clouds out and about, it would be a lot better, but you can't really complain because it could be a lot worse of weather than what we're experiencing right freaking now, you know. I gotta say, I'm falling for this bike pretty freaking hard. I mean, this is, oh god, this is what I like. I like these kind of style bikes to where I can get out and just go and just enjoy the ride. to crack the helmet open a little bit, get some more air in here, because man, it is a little hot even in a freaking helmet and all that. And this windshield don't really help because it blocks a lot of the wind that I could be using to cool me down. But oh well, you know, I mean, a lot of guys are like, oh, I love my windshield and all, and I've ridden, my V-Star had a windshield like this on it for a long time, and it was great, but it definitely took away a lot of my cooling aspect whenever I was sitting here sweating like I am on a ride. Because here in Oklahoma, man, even on a windy day, you're still sweating, you're still hot, but that nice 70-mile-an-hour breeze is pretty freaking nice whenever you are sweating like I am. I've got to get used to that. This clutch is different than my V-Star. Like my V-Star, I can barely move the lever and it'll shift. This one, I've actually got to lift my foot up to shift it. I definitely want to take this thing though down to Mount Scott. Like this would be the perfect bike to ride down to Mount Scott on. Like dude, I'm loving this thing. I'm falling in for it real fucking hard. I'm glad it's not a dealership, because that guy would be like, yep, hook, line, and sinker.
Nice oh, it wasn't that bad. See, I ride all year long anyway, so. Yeah, I do too.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, but see, I could always get a new gauge.
Yeah.
To throw in there.
That reminds your daughter because I'm a daddy undercover. She got a mustache.
Chopper? Yeah, one of them longer than the other one. Yeah, that's that's one. No, that is not her size.
It's totally her size. She can rock it.
Oh, she could rock it, but it'd be way too much for her.
That makes it smaller.
Now it's time to get back to the house. Well, actually, now we're gonna go and get a bite to eat. Then we're gonna go back to the house, get ready for tonight, and make sure that we have everything set up to go for the bonfire and the guests that we're gonna have over. Alright, what's going on, throttle lockers? So yeah, last night was a freaking blast, man. Like getting to hang out with some of my family and my friends and all to celebrate my birthday. Freaking just amazing. I didn't get to record because by the time people started showing up, I totally forgot about the camera, so I basically got lost in the conversations that we were all sharing and stuff. So I apologize for that part, but other than that, I had a hell of a time. It was a blast. I didn't find anything over at the swap meet for my project bike, but oh well. I mean, I got the rest of my life to get that thing built, so it's not like I wasn't thinking I was gonna find anything right away, so, or that was at least in my price range, because there was that freaking motor that I was looking at, but I just didn't have that kind of cash for it. But oh well, I mean, we'll see what we can find later on and get that thing really going. But for right now, I am going to the store, doing some shopping, then I'm gonna go home and finish up my video that I'm working on for you guys right now, and recuperate, because it's taking me most of the day to even get outside. So so I'm gonna get out of here, but you guys always remember, keep those throttles locked, those tires hot, but never ever forget, keep that rubber down. I'll catch y'all next time.